The To Be Determined Show live Wednesday nights, 9 Central Standard Time. Join myself, the Oracle of Ominous, the Wicked Nemesis, the Grand Design, Clyde Braddock, and the Magic City Monroe, Fast Eddie Layne, as we take you to the edge of uncensored. Yes, we go uncensored, so make sure you have your earmuffs. Ask your parents, for those of you that are a little young, maybe under 18, but make sure if you have any heart conditions or any mental defects, please listen, because they may take effect right here live every Wednesday night, 9 Central Standard Time. Beyond Ringside Radio Network, beyondringside.com.
The views and opinions expressed by the Oracle of Ominous, the Wicked Nemesis, are of my own and no one else, nor do they reflect Beyond Ringside. So, ladies and gentlemen, due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And now, live from Bohemian Grove, class is in session, Wrestler's Court ain't got a damn thing on us. This is the To Be Determined Show, starring the Oracle of Ominous, the Wicked Nemesis. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Oracle of Ominous, the Architect of Intellect, he is the Wicked Nemesis.
Ladies and gentlemen, is it no surprise that we follow up Stephen Colbert, his first night taking over for David Letterman? We're back! The To Be Determined Show live, Beyond Ringside Radio Network, beyondringside.com, and the Beyond Ringside Radio app. Also Ustream, also iHeartRadio, and for several other mobile devices. We're going to jump straight into it. We have the mindset, the whole brain trust that is Beyond Ringside, and also co-host of this show, my executive producer and host of Beyond Ringside 5:30 Central Standard Time, Beyond Ringside Radio Network, beyondringside.com, Fast Eddie Layne. Eddie, how you doing tonight, sir?
Dude, I'm doing incredible. Glad to have everybody back on board, and then some.
And he is a Sevenfold Saints own former multiple tag team champion, the one and only, the final solution of professional wrestling, the Grand Design, Clyde Braddock. Braddock, how are you tonight, sir?
Man, doing wonderful. I'm so glad we're back on the air. It is just, it's like the second coming of Christ all over again. So,
when they talked about Christ being nailed to the cross, they didn't mean this. And my much better half, and of course, right here in our beautiful palatial estates, the one and only Angie Nemesis. Angie, how you doing tonight, man?
Oh, I'm wonderful tonight. I'm a huge wrestling fan, and I'm just going to sit back and absorb.
Well, if you got to go piss, you better do it now, because it is going to shut down everything that you know about the deep web and also the internet. Now, Monday I get home and I'm looking at Facebook, and I see Facebook covered in nothing but two names. And both of them are our guests this evening. You want to talk about people, you don't even have, these two didn't even have to say anything. People were going apeshit for them. And probably rightfully so, but that's not for me to determine. That is to be determined. And right here on the To Be Determined Show, we are giving them that very platform. Now, for anyone that follows Southeastern Wrestling, there has been quite the controversy as over the last few days. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump straight into this. This started several months ago. Saturday night kind of come to a head, and Monday culminated in what would be a pyroclastic flow if it was a volcano. And goddamn it, it pretty fucking sure was. Everyone's favorite female wrestler, our 2014 female wrestler of the year for Southeastern, whatever the fuck name we come up with. Anyways, you know her, you love her, and guess what? You're probably about to get fucking really pissed off if you're associated with a few people. The one and only calm, like a bomb, Pandora. Pandora, how you doing this evening, ma'am?
I am doing wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. And somebody else that was associated with this is a man that anyone that is a fan of this show knows. If you check out our YouTube or any past archives, it is probably one of our most downloaded shows for sure, but probably our top 7 downloads feature this man. He is a former two-time NWA World Tag Team Champion, a man that everyone knows. The Black Hulk Hogan to my red Jimmy Hart. The real deal, AJ Steele. AJ, how you doing?
Well, the Black Hulk Hogan.
Brother.
I am currently unemployed. I am on the unemployment line. Me and Pandora are eating hot dogs and nachos on the unemployment line right now.
Hey, that's good times.
Wait, hot dog?
There's a sitcom intro in there somewhere. But we're going to jump straight into this. Anybody that knows Clyde, holy shit, you're sit back, relax, and enjoy. And if you do toke, you might want to start because Pandora, to be honest with you, this is about to get out of hand. Pandora, the floor is yours. Tell everyone.
Forget about it.
The floor is mine. I don't know. Again, like I said on Facebook, I don't know where to start. I mean, I was told that women don't draw. I was told that me and AJ, I don't know if it was separate or together, don't draw 10 people.
By who? Who? Be specific,
Oh,
please.
Billy Knight. This came out of Billy Knight's mouth himself. I heard it out of Billy Knight's mouth himself. Also, I mean,
wait.
That,
you didn't hear it. You didn't hear it. I talked to Billy Knight, and I called you and told you that Billy Knight himself said that to me, and that's when you dropped your phone because you didn't hear it, but you know it because he said it before. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm the Black Hulk Hogan
mine,
tonight.
AJ. Hey, yeah, do me a favor. The floor's mine. Okay, can I get a minute? All right. Anyway, so all right. So with that being said, I mean, I've always known that Billy. I mean, let me put this out there as well. If you are a wrestler for UIW and you get paid any more than $40, please make sure you're going to get paid because Stan has been stealing money from the door for the past 3 years to cover anything above that amount. Because Billy Knight doesn't believe anybody should be paid if they are paid. Because he doesn't even pay his own family members. But if they are paid, $20 to $40 is the maximum. Because he does need his money for the strip clubs. So, with that being said, if you are paid any more than that, please confirm because Stan won't be able to steal money from the door anymore.
Okay, AJ, anything you add to that? Because you actually put up a PSA on your Facebook about this subject.
Well, I mean, you know me. Anytime people who are in our business and they do things that I feel like the rest of the workers, first off, should know, and then the rest of the world, I don't have a problem exposing people for the stupid shit that they do. Like, every time we can always go to Roger Davis, I did public service announcements letting all the workers know that he's going to tell you he's going to give you one amount of money and then give you a story about he's got to pay child support so he can only give you $10. So with Billy Knight and Stan Robinson and UIW, it's no different. You know, I stay pretty professional about most things. I try to conduct myself very professionally when it comes to the business side of this. And like I said, I look out. We should all look out for each other. I know there's a lot of egos in wrestling in this business, but I'm one of the people who is not afraid to tell everybody, workers, the world, everybody, how it really is. You know, you don't gotta like what I say. You don't have to agree with what I say. I mean, I'm still gonna say it. So my point is, like she just said, you know, you're going to get paid, but you're only going to get paid what Billy Knight feels like you're worth. And if you're not, like, Bull Buchanan, you know, even Bull Buchanan, as respected as he is and all of the work that he's done in, the, you know, WWE and every place that he's gone, he probably did it because anybody that knows Bull knows he's a great guy. So he probably worked for UIW at a discounted rate to make it, you know, easy for Billy to make money and pay him. But if it's not somebody like that, he's going to nickel and dime you. He's going to try to, I can't afford this, I can't afford that, that's too much. Well, the reason why is because, promoters are out to make money. It's a business, and I understand that. But you're not going to whore me out for anything or for anyone. I'm not going to make you money so that you can go to the strip club and go play bingo and go to the casino, and then I am making nickels and dimes when you're making, hundreds and thousands of dollars. And then clearly he ain't making thousands of dollars, but still, we should get a portion of that money as well. And I think I have paid enough dues and been around the business long enough to where I can say to you, no, I'm not going to work for that amount. Ultimately, Billy made a decision that he clearly did not think about. And he probably thought he made a good business decision, but I don't think that he thought he was going to get the feedback that he got from we don't draw 10 people. And I asked him, I said, so are you saying the amount of money that I'm asking for and the amount of people that we bring to UIW, are you saying, because I only asked for the cost of 10 people. That's how I book my shows. If I can bring 10 people to your show, I feel like I am paying for myself, and therefore you are not having to go out of your way or go deeper into your pocket to pay for me. If I bring 10 people at whatever your door price is, I'm paying for myself. And every UIW show that I've ever been at has clearly had more than 10 people. Maybe not much at times, depending upon what was going on in the town, but I know I did my part. We all do our part. However, he said that between, I don't know if he meant between the two of us, or I don't know if he meant me, myself, we can't draw 10 people. And I told him, I said, I asked him the question 3 times because I couldn't believe his answer. He would not say to me, yes, AJ, you do bring 10 people. He wouldn't say that. So he finally, I had to drag it out of him, but he was like, no, you don't draw 10 people. The fans are going to come whether you're here or not. You do have a loyal following. Don't get me wrong. Them 32 family members that you have, they're going to be at a show if there's a ring set up. But once you get past those 32 people, those people are paying for tickets. And they're paying to see wrestling. And not just me, but I know that 10 of those people are coming there to either see me, see Pandora, or see whatever else is on the show. But I know, and I feel in my heart that I draw 10 people to any show that I'm booked on. Any promoter that can argue that, by all means, please do.
Okay, now, we have a caller on the line. I'm wanting to know who this is. I think I know who it is. 404. Who we got? Yes, caller.
Actually, I don't have anybody additional on the line. It's
Pandora.
it's Pandy.
Pandora, you are also at the center of this controversy as well. The people that come out that have the Pandora shirts, etc. That kind of speaks for itself. Now, I've heard that that you stole fans is what somebody said, and I was like, what? But that whenever you went somewhere else, the UIW fans went with you, that you didn't bring any fans in. You care to speak on that, ma'am?
That kind of says it all for itself. I stole fans. If fans are coming from UIW that I made there, and they're traveling to see me at other places, how is that stealing fans? What that's called is loyalty, and what that's called is they're following me. Like, we had people from Alabama. Clearly on Facebook you can see it. I don't have to keep going over and over and over what is the obvious. The obvious is from the 500 and something views that have been, and likes and comments and banners made and RIP UIWs and all that stuff. I don't have to reiterate it. I shouldn't speak on it anymore because basically as soon as the phone dropped, as soon as the posts were made on Facebook, we were booked up the street. So, I mean, on October 3rd, what we want is we want fans to come. We want fans to come see what we have to say. So I don't want to touch on it anymore, except the fact that, you know, I'll be there, AJ will be there, and there'll be no holds barred because we've been given free reins. And nothing we say will be a lie. Everything we speak will be the truth. I'm not a superstar. AJ's not a superstar, but I can guarantee you that 10 people come to a building to see me.
Okay, well, how were you contacted about this, Pandora? How did you find out about this?
Well, you know, that's a good point to touch on, because let me go back a little further. Let me go back on the fact that I put together a tag team tournament, an in-agenda tag team tournament, because that's just what I like to do. I like to promote the Dream Team. I thought it would be a great idea. I thought no other promotion has done it. So I put it together. I set up the dates. I booked the people with the help of Stan Robinson, of course, because he's the quote-unquote booker, okay? Had flyers made. I don't know if you saw them. I plastered them all over Facebook. Then to find out, I never told my dad. My dad's having a fit. So therefore, this tag team tournament was never going to happen. All these people that were booked was never going to happen. So none of that was ever going to happen. I had a video person, Brian Green, mind you, going to come to every show and videotape it. Okay? None of it was ever going to happen. This is how unprofessional UIW is. So I definitely wanted to touch on that part. And anybody booked at UIW, especially if you're a female, because if you're a female and you've been booked there all the way up until April, it was against me or having something to do with me, you might want to check your bookings.
Do me a favor. Let me cut in for one hot second. Isn't this the same promotion that a few months back made the comment that all the guys from Alabama are fired and then had to draw back on that?
Oh yeah. They did. They fired all the Alabama guys.
Oh God.
And then, well, I think Wicked was there. I kind of lost it in the locker room. If we're talking about the same situation,
they're talking about the shit with the fan. Whenever the fan come after a dog,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I lost it. I lost it in the locker room, and I told him, you know, a few of us had something to say, but I told Billy, like, if that's the point, if you're gonna fire people for getting heat, then you might as well fire every heel in this locker room, because that's what we get paid to do. We get paid to go out and get heat. That. I mean, so if you're going to fire them, you might as well shut the show down. Or if you're going to have to apologize to every fan who gets upset, then you might as well shut the show down. Dan Sawyer did exactly what he was brought in to do. He was brought in to draw heat and get a reaction out of those fans against me.
Yep.
You know, Mr. I don't draw 10 people. So, and not only did he do that, but Wicked at this last show, would you say that it was a pretty decent crowd compared to the other crowds that we've had?
Look, it was 115 to 125. There was at least 115 people there. And that was, and I said this, and you and I spoke about this, that was to see you and I take on Dan. That was for AJ Steele and Dan Sawyer. And then Pandora, because once again, I mean, the line at her table spoke for itself. Okay, sorry, there was an echo there for a second.
Yeah, I felt like I was listening to a freaking Beatles song for a minute.
You probably were. This is the Black Album. This is Jay-Z. AJ, the incident that we're speaking about really quick is you against Dan. We thought that the fan was one of the security guards because, once again, he had been walking the microphone back and forth to everybody that night, right? Am I correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I had no idea till he hit Dan in the face, because first of all, he chest bumped Dan, and then he chest bumped Dan again, and then he hits Dan in the face. So, of course, being his manager, you both know I've managed all three workers on this show right now, Clyde, AJ, and Pandora, for an extended period of time. AJ, I feud 3 years. Pandora, I managed you for 3 years. Braddock, it's been almost 3 years together. And Eddie, I'm sorry. I will manage you if you ever decide to wrestle again. But
I was waiting on that.
But you guys know, I've fought fans before. And he's lucky. All I did was put him in a chokehold. All I did was restrain him. AJ, you were right there in the ring. Did I do anything out of the way to this gentleman?
No. I feel like, I think somebody just said what you did. You restrained him from causing any more harm to himself, because he probably would have wound up getting beat up by Dan if you hadn't have done it. So, no, you didn't.
So all I told him, I said, are you going to fucking do it again? He said, no, sir. I said, are you sure? He said, yes, sir. And I let him go. When I got to the back, Billy said we were all fired. All of you guys are fired.
Yeah, because it was his neighbor or something.
It was his
I swear that happened.
It was his neighbor. I beat up Billy Knight's neighbor.
Yes.
Is what they were saying.
That's why he was so mad.
You should have beat up Billy Knight. That's who you really should have beat up. Because to be honest with you, like I said, if we gotta apologize to every wrestling fan who's upset with what we've done. I mean, I've had a woman throw a can of pork and beans and hit me in my head, and I wanted to fight her, but I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't apologize to me, and apparently I did my job because she hit me with a can of pork and beans. So that was what I was there to do. Obviously, that night was to get hit with a can of pork and beans. So I did my job.
You should have kept them now that you're unemployed.
I ate them sons of bitches a long time ago.
But there's so much to this. I was contacted too saying that I wasn't fired, but I manage AJ and I manage Spiral. Okay. I've always.
Somebody's
Jesus
clothes are
Christ.
done. Somebody's clothes are dry.
What the fuck was that?
Wasn't me.
I feel like the zombie.
God, that was like scanners or something, man. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Stan, are you here?
Hold on, we'll find out. Hold on. Is he here? Oh, hell, he's there. Okay.
You can hear that? Did we just blow that? We blew the internet up right now.
I guess so. That was it. We said we were going to blow up the internet, and we did.
Yes.
I'm glad you were all here to hear this. But there's so many layers to this anyways. I manage AJ, I manage Spiral, and I don't know what the... I mean, why would I go back to UIW? I already take a fucking pay cut to go there.
I have to do this.
Clyde, Steve wanted to go there, right, Clyde?
Yeah, I mean, it was first that AJ got me there. And then, you know, after that, it was me and Steven, we wanted to go.
So, of course, I went with the Sevenfold Saints. So that's how we ended up. And then I was turned babyface. And then I started managing AJ at GCW and at UIW. And then they fired AJ. And I've always respected AJ. AJ pulled Bishop and I aside and was so nice to us. We knew AJ's work before we ever got to work with AJ. And we always respected him. Everybody knows how much I respect Pandora. And, I mean, are you out of your goddamn minds? I mean, what the fuck did they expect me to fucking do? I mean, honestly, the two people that I respect probably most in the business and two people that I consider almost family, and here we are, you're getting spit in the face, in my opinion. Angie, how do you feel about this? You've been very vocal to me about it, but...
You know, I mean...
I'm with you. I'm with you. I feel the same
pretty
way.
Much.
In good conscience, how could you work for someone who goes against how someone you so closely affiliate not only your professional life with, but your... Is it there?
Is somebody screaming?
Somebody just screamed.
Braddock.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I couldn't hear over the screen.
But, you know, in good conscience, how could you affiliate yourself with someone who goes against not only someone you manage, but someone that you so closely affiliate yourself with professionally and, you know, outside? You know, it just doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? And you would be impossible if you did.
And the funny thing is, it's funny because the fans were on Facebook and they got this big United We Stand campaign about, you know, we got to get AJ and Pandora back. But the thing about it is neither one of us want to go back, because if this is how we're going to get treated, and there has been several situations that just haven't been aired out as far as been, you know, talked about on podcasts or radio shows or anything like that. This is just one of many situations that we've had with them. So in all honesty, they've done us a favor by firing us, because now we don't have to deal with the unprofessional bullshit that goes on in the locker room. Like, perfect example, Saturday night, Stan stands around and rocks back and forth like a little handicapped kid because he has no clue as to what's going on. Like, when it comes to the booking side of the show, like, he's still a child. And no child should be running a wrestling show. You know what I'm saying? Because
wait, AJ, let me interject. Don't get me wrong, I am not defending him whatsoever. He does have a clue. He does know what he wants to be done, but his dad is a kiss ass. Because you're talking about Saturday night. You're talking about a situation where Billy Knight wanted to suck Teddy Long's dick. Sorry, I know I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, he wanted to do that, and it was clearly advertised in a situation where it was Johnny Rock against Josh Storm with me and Tiffany in their corner. It said with, okay, with. That doesn't mean it's a tag match. And then he wants Teddy Long to do this and Teddy Long to do that. Oh, let's make the match at the beginning of the show. The match is made already. Well, no, the tag match is made. No, you inbred shit. It wasn't made. Okay, get it together. Stop sucking everybody's dick. Just saying. Go ahead, AJ. Sorry.
Well, in my opinion, Stan has no clue, because if he had a clue, then the things that were negotiated before the show ever started would happen. Because if you're the booker, then you book. If you're not the booker, then you buy a fucking ticket and watch the show. You know, he doesn't have a clue. He doesn't know what he's doing, because all he does is gets ideas from us and takes the credit for saying that he booked it. He didn't book shit. Wicked has booked shows for Stan. I have booked shows for Stan. Pandora has booked shows for Stan. And Stan gets the credit for it because, he's the booker. Like yesterday, he posted on Facebook that he was no longer the booker of UIW. Well, in my opinion, you wasn't booking shit anyway. And she's right. His dad, Stan may come up with a half-assed good harebrained idea. He may come up with something, and then Billy won't go with it. Like, to be honest with you, the biggest show that UIW has had in the last year was Pandora versus ODB. That drew more people than any show that UIW's had in the last year.
Wait a minute, I thought somebody said that women don't draw at UIW. What the hell? So
Stan believed in women drawing. I'll give him that. But Billy told me out of his own mouth, he has not wanted Pandora there for over a year. He has not wanted Pandora there for over a year. Nina Monet is gone. You know why? Because Billy didn't want Nina there. Billy doesn't like women wrestling. Like, to be honest with you, I was beginning to think that he was gay, because I started to think that he didn't like women until I found out all of the money that he keeps in his pocket from not paying us, he takes to the strip club. So, with that being said, maybe he's not gay.
Well then.
But real quick, to answer your question, Wicked, I know you manage me, you manage Spiral, you manage Dan there, you managed a lot of different people, you manage Clyde. My question to you would be this. Whatever amount of money that you were getting paid, was it from Stan or was it from Billy?
AJ, you know I cannot answer that question because you and I have both spoken about that. 1 week it'd be Stan, 1 week it'd be Billy, and then I didn't get paid the week that the Handicap Heroes were there. And,
Right, exactly.
We all know that situation because everybody disappeared after that happened.
Right.
And I was like, why is everyone leaving? Why?
Right.
I'm not getting paid. And then,
I wouldn't want to face you
oh,
if you know.
fuck. Now everybody knows I've beat people's ass for less. Less than
Right.
that. Now, look. I was not getting paid anything. I took a pay cut to go there. A severe pay cut to go there. And I was helping book shows because you and I spoke about this. Braddock and I spoke about this. Pandora and I spoke about this.
I don't want to put because I have a personal relationship with somebody. I just want to say that they don't even want to pay, not they, but Billy Knight won't even pay his family members. So, with that being said, Billy Knight will screw anybody over at any time for any. And the fact, and not only did I'm not float my own boat, but I just want to put it out there that the cage match between me and Nina Monet against the Twisted Smothered Daughters or whatever the hell they're called drew over 200 people in the planet. Main event, by the way. Main event. So, I mean, there's no question about what AJ does for a show. There's no question about that. But what's being questioned here is that women don't draw, and women this, and women that. And you know what? Billy's old ass with his 1920s dingy ass, probably never been washed wrestling tights, thinks that he can get in the ring and draw. And again, like AJ said, he can draw his 30 to 40 family members, but let's see how much further it goes from that. Because, again, October 3rd, well, funny thing is we were booked on UIW, but clearly we're no longer booked. And clearly whoever we were wrestling against is no longer booked. And clearly we'll be at the show up the street. So let's see exactly. let's see if they even have a show to start it off, or if they're going to cancel everybody. And if they do have a show, let's see exactly how many people are there versus how many people are up the street, seeing me and AJ just speak about what happened. Not even wrestle, just talk about what happened.
Well, I know the guys from Hard Times just got a promotion.
Ooh, what? Hard what? That's exactly what it is.
Well, anyways, while Angie's over here dying, we're going to go to a break. Pandora.
Keep it together, Angie. Lock it up.
We appreciate I know, yeah. I know. You know when AJ and Pandora come on, be honest with you, there's going to be about 15 spit takes.
Oh, Hard Times reference, Bobby.
Oh, the Hard Times. I'm sorry, yes.
Sorry.
Well, Sea Dog's now their champion, I guess, by default.
No, Shawn Nelson.
Shawn Nelson.
Oh,
when we come back.
Who sells his bandanas for $20? Yeah.
He had 4 raffle tickets in his little Tupperware box, too, by the way.
Stop it.
Sorry.
No,
Okay.
here.
We're going to a break. When we come back, hey, Bert, this is the To Be Determined show. Radio Network. That is probably Clyde Braddock's shit going crazy. Like, holy shit, Braddock. Did we listen to this? The To Be Determined show live, Beyond Ringside Radio Network, beyondringside.com.
Howdy, friends. This is the Magic City Motor Mouth, Fast Eddie Layne, with your invitation to join yours truly, along with Mark Mabo Bowman and the Oracle of Ominous, the Wicked Nemesis, every Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 p.m. Pacific, for Beyond Ringside Live. Wrestling, mixed martial arts, sports talk, and a whole lot more. Keep your eyes open on BeyondRingside.com for all of upcoming show information, and of course, catch us on social media as well. Until then, we'll see you this Sunday, 6:30 Eastern, for Beyond Ringside Live on the Beyond Ringside Radio Network.
Sunday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern here on BeyondRingside.com. Join us for the Midnight Black Mass. Myself, the Reverend Dan Wilson, brings you the dark gospel of professional wrestling, uncensored, unedited, uncut, and not for the faint of heart. You can find out more about us at youtube.com/pottyhumor or subscribe at Potty Humor on iTunes and Stitcher today.
Sorry for the extended break, guys. We talked the entire time off air. Poor Braddock. Braddock's like, yeah, we're so glad to have the show back, and Braddock has been able to say like 2 words.
I'm enjoying it though, man. I'm enjoying it. It's good shit.
It's real shit. That's the thing is this is real. I mean, you can't script this. If you had a reality TV show that followed wrestling, this would be like Days of Our Lives.
Amen.
And we're not talking about the Bone Thugs and Harmony song either. These are the days of our lives. Okay, so we'll get sued for that if this goes up on YouTube.
Who cares?
Pandora, where do you go from here? You talked about being down the road. If you do not want to elaborate that, we completely understand.
It's okay. I got him coming on in about a week and a half.
Well, to be honest with you, we'll leave that for him.
Okay.
But, Pandora, where do you go from here after establishing such a fan base and such a foundation at UIW over the past few years?
I mean, every single fan that I established, every man, woman, child that I established there will be up the street at me. I mean, one that perhaps they'll be at SSW. I mean, to be honest, when UIW has the balls or the ignorance to run against the state, they're going to lose. They honestly, they've almost always lost. Almost. I'm not going to say all the time, but they've almost always lost. Now, I guarantee 100%, I bet my career on it because of the amount of inboxes, amount of Facebook messages that I've gotten saying, we're not going to UIW anymore. It's up the street. Again, it's not a far drive for the people that are in that area that can't make the drive. So the only thing I can say is I'll serve when, to me, well, I'm going to guarantee you also that UIW was on October 3rd. And if you want to be prestigious and maybe make $5 tickets or a fan appreciation night or, hey, everybody and their mothers get in free to come to our show, I guarantee you, even with that being said, we're still going to outdraw you. Because me and AJ will be addressing the nation at Peach State on October 3rd, whereas UIW will be having the Billy Knights in the ring doing what he does best, and that's nothing.
AJ Steele, where do you go from here?
I mean, you know, this tank, this juggernaut does not stop. Period. You know, there's this one show of many shows. Actually, like we said earlier, it was less than 30 minutes after a post stating that we were fired. We were already booked on another show for October 3rd. That's number one. Number two, it just freed up weekends for us to do other shows. I mean, we already got stuff lined up in Florida. I mean, it doesn't stop anything. It doesn't even hurt anything. As a matter of fact, it's smart business, even if, let's just say, we never wrestle at Peach State. Let's just say, just for that one night, October 3rd, there's going to be a lot of people to leave UIW to come. I guarantee you 10 people or more will leave UIW to come to Peach State just to hear or see whatever is going down. And as far as the future, I mean, you know it as well as I do. We got GCW, we got SFCW, we have I work AWN. I mean, there's still 5 shows and counting. So this doesn't change anything for me. My momentum does not stop at all for one show. I think this personally is going to hurt UIW more than it hurts me because the fans of UIW have spoken. Like you said in the beginning of the show, we didn't have to say anything. They spoke for us. They said, "Are you crazy? Like, how do you get rid of those 2 people? Of all of those?" And you know what else? I want to do something too. And I know this is kind of a little bit off the subject. I want to thank Bobby Hayes because Bobby Hayes did something where he came in and stood in for Dan Sawyer where, you know, we all know that Dan had some medical issues and he wasn't going to be able to wrestle at UIW. Bobby Hayes came into that company and did not skip a beat. He did not let anybody down. I think he gave the fans just as good a match, or even, you know, with me as Dan would have done. So I don't feel like he was, I don't feel like he shortchanged the fans at all, and I appreciate him working his ass off Saturday night with me, and I think that we had a pretty damn good match. So I want to thank Bobby. I don't know if he's listening or not, but I appreciate it, and Bobby knows I respect him. And like I said, the future for me, it doesn't stop, man. There's just one show. This is only one show, and it's not even a good show anymore because, you know, I'm not going to sit back here and badmouth any of the other talent that's on the show because this is an opportunity for them, as far as I'm concerned, to step up and put themselves in. Hell, I main evented every UIW show except for the one that she main evented, the ODB show. Like me and Clyde have you know, main evented UIW shows and drew good money. People came to see me and Clyde work each other. So it's going to hurt them more than it hurts us because we have a loyal fan base. I have had people come from Pale City, Alabama to Fort Valley to watch us wrestle. So this doesn't stop anything for me.
Eddie?
I have said...
Hey, I need to kind of backtrack and plug something, but AJ, I know you work at AWN, but on the 18th, I am going to be wrestling the AWN champion, Drew Adler. By the way, you know, I got your back, and in turn, having your back and getting my face kicked off, I'm having to wrestle the AWN champion, Drew Adler. That is September.
Wait a minute, you signed that contract. You did that on your own. So you better hope you don't kick your face off again. I suggest you duck.
I would hope that you would, you know, have my back. I mean,
I suggest you duck this time. You better duck.
I'm going to wear a mouth guard.
Yeah, you need a football helmet.
Yeah. Don't be surprised if I come out there and, you know, full football gear because
you watch hockey. You need a Rangers outfit.
I was gonna say hockey gear. Yes, hockey.
Well.
To be honest with you, Richter,
I appreciate that one. October 7th, Rangers versus Blackhawks. By the way.
Hey man, don't nobody give a damn about the Rangers. Eddie was about to say something before you rudely interrupted him.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Hey, it's for a shameless plug. I'm perfectly good with that. Y'all know that by now. Shit. What's rule one on what's rule one on this station? Be shameless.
That's right.
Now, folks, I have said for a long time, and this goes to the listening audience just as well as it does everybody here on the dais, that the Dean Martin Celebrity Roast. I've said for a long time that we as a community in the world of professional wrestling need to stand up when something happens. Whether it's something positive or something negative or something neutral, we need to stand and observe, survey, pay attention, make notes. I've said that promoters, just as quickly as talent, need to be taken to task when negativity arises. This is one of those situations where I'm going to sit back and say, a show is the culmination of a promoter / booker / office manager working with quality talent to put together an outing, a card, there's that magic word, that will help fans get their money's worth on a night of entertainment in professional wrestling. But I will say this the same way now that I have said over the last number of years. A show is greatly influenced by the ego of the promoter. If a promoter, and I'll put air quotes around this, thinks that he or she is greater than the sum of the talent in the ring, whether they're in-ring talent or not, they're doing the show an injustice. If a promoter's using BS stuff behind the scenes to short sheet paychecks or short sheet talent, for their own personal gain. Look, I'm all about making money. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about making money. I do not wake up in the mornings and say, well, let's see how I can go broke today. That ish don't happen. So, but there is a decorum in play, or at least there should be a set of standards in play. When you say you're going to pay somebody, you pay them. If you can't pay them that night, why not? You don't open the damn doors unless you have the money to pay your talent and the ring and the building. I don't care who you are. I've had situations come up. Put it this way. I'm the first one to sit back and say this, and I'm pulling the curtain back. My home promotion. We've had nights where it's been light in the crowd, and I'll walk up to the boss and go, catch me Monday. Take care of everybody else. And I have witnesses to attest to this too, and he will attest to this as well. When I see that there's been a light night, I'll walk up and go, take care of the talent. Catch me Monday, or see me next week. We're going to lunch. That's the way I do business. But I'm not the promoter in that regard. I'm a businessman. We call it the professional wrestling business for a reason. So, for those who run shows, just like those who run pro wrestling promotions, check your own bloomin' ego at the door. Because remember, you can work a match 7 days a week and twice on Sunday. But it is everybody else who is brought in to work that card who is making you money while trying to make them money. Don't crap on the talent unless the talent is crap. And when you've got top flight talent that comes in there on a regular basis and busts their nutsack or busts their ovaries or busts their asses to give the fans their money's worth, don't ever screw that chemical equation up, because you will fuck up the works very quickly. And as you've been able to hear, folks, wildfire spreads quickly. Not even Smokey Bear can save a certain promoter's ass on this one. Wick?
Well, I want to say this. You're never going to change the ego of a promoter. There's a lot of times, 2 of the 3 people we have on the line right now, I have went to promoters where they have given me stupid shit for them to do, and I've been like, this is not going to happen. Pandora and Braddock can both speak on this. As a manager, people talk about politics and wrestling. They're going to exist whether you want them to or not. That's why if you have a manager, they're able to go to promoter and say, no, this isn't going to happen. This is what should happen, but you have to go to a promoter and make it seem like it's their idea what you're pitching to them. Excuse me. That's just the nature of the business of professional wrestling. You have to have someone to be able to go to a promoter and make it seem like it's their idea to work it around to your charge's advantage. Because sometimes they're not in the position. Pandora has went into promotions with myself where she was not in the position to call any shots, but I was. Braddock and I have went into promotions where I have been to before, and where Braddock, of course, being respectful as Pandora was, where they did not have that position to be able to go to a promoter and say, hey, this is not what's best for business. That's why you need someone, because you're never going to do anything about the ego of a promoter or anyone that runs a business. That's why they run the business, is because they have that ego, they have that drive. That's what it's about. So instead of checking it at the door, you need to manipulate it and work it against them. You need someone to do that for you if you can't do it. Pandora, I'm sorry.
I didn't say anything. I'm just listening.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were.
I don't think she said anything, but the thing is that to kind of attach on to what Eddie said, without the talent, the promoter can promote a show, which UIW very rarely promotes a show. Like, they put a poster on Facebook and think that that's it. The funny thing about all of this is the fans, because I don't give a damn who you have on your card. If you don't have an audience to perform in front of, if you don't have a following of fans that are going to be at that show, good, bad, or garbage, whatever it is that you're promoting, if you don't have those fans, you don't have a show. Because we all know, I mean, there's guys that'll say, if there's 8 people out there, I'm going to have the same match as there is if there's 800 people out there. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't agree with that. Because if there's 8 people there, or there's 800 people there, I'm going to be a whole hell of a lot more turned up with those 800 people than I am with those 8 people. Now, I'm going to entertain those 8 people, but it's going to be on a completely different level. So, without the fans, and the fans make UIW minus the 34 people that are standing Billy's family members, those fans make that show. Those fans make any show, SFCW, GCW, any show that is ran. If you do not have people buying tickets, you don't have anything, because we'll go broke. Like you said, the promoters have got to have the money regardless of if they sell 5 tickets or 500 tickets, because your talent is going to show up. So while you're shitting on me and shitting on Pandora, you shit on your fans because they support us. And clearly, I can guarantee in the last 48 hours, I've had over 500 comments, views, whatever, on the stuff that we're talking about right now. I know that I'm not putting 500 people in UIW seats, but I'm guaranteeing you that I'm putting 10, which is something that Billy Knight said that I wasn't doing. And he did say that his show was going to run with or without me, which is true. I don't deny that. But like I said, performing in front of 34 people versus performing in front of 200 people. Let me just an example. And this is no knock to any other promotion or no knock to anybody. It's just a fact. Now, the people who I'm about to talk about can get offended if they want to. You know I don't care, but I'm only stating the fact. The fact is, Temple, Georgia, had 2 shows in one weekend. Okay? AWE ran on a Friday night, and UIW ran on a Saturday night. If we were not drawing those 10 people that Billy said we weren't drawing, AWE drew, I believe, 34 or 35 people, and UIW drew 134 or 135 people. So it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what's going on.
And AJ, that main event was you against Braddock.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Braddock.
Yeah, I'd like to add too that I was the one definitely shot against on that one. So yeah, I helped out with that dog.
Oh yeah, that's a whole other story.
Oh, yes, and I got in on that one too.
Yes, oh yeah. The household lost their minds on that one, obviously, but you know,
that's a whole other show.
Exactly.
You know, to be honest with you, when somebody buries themselves because they're trying to bury another person, I mean, they did the damage themselves. I didn't have to open my mouth. I didn't have to do anything. When, you know what I'm saying? When you have to talk bad about another wrestler, I'm not going to talk about a promotion because, to be honest with you, anybody that talks shit about UIW and talk shit about the booker and the promoter there, they were right. But if you're gonna talk shit about a certain individual wrestler, get your duckies in a row, and know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and when you're gonna pit somebody against me, make sure they're against me. You know, because to be honest with you, I'm not saying no names or nothing, Priscilla Kelly. You know, no competition whatsoever in any way, shape, or form. So.
Well, to be honest with you, count with Pandora, that's 5. So, well below what I expected. I just want to say. So, let's go ahead and wrap this up. AJ, closing statements on this before you go to Peach State October 3rd, and also Southern Fried Championship Wrestling on the 19th, because Braddock's going to be there, Pandora's going to be there, AJ's going to be there. I think Francisco, Simon Says, Mike Cruz, half the GCW locker room is going to be there.
Where's this?
So, Southern Fried.
Oh, y'all can freaking blow me. I never got that invite.
Oh, somebody changed the dates on the GCW shows.
September 19th.
You know, I know. I just so happen to know the booker of the Southern Fried Show, and that show had been booked on September 19th. Show had been booked for a while, so you might want to call somebody about that because you got left out, brother.
I'm gonna sit home and masturbate to midget porn. I don't care.
Okay. Well, the thing about it is my ending comment, statement, whatever, would be, you know, when you're in business, you make business decisions, good, bad, you know, however we all make mistakes, but I don't look at them as lessons. As mistakes, I look at them as lessons. Like, I just would encourage all of the UIW fans to stay tuned to what we're doing because we'll, you know, like you just said, we got Southern Fried this September 19th. We got a huge show there, and I know for a fact that the promoter at Southern Fried has been contacted by UIW fans, and he has given UIW fans a discounted price for driving the distance that they're driving. So he is capitalizing on UIW's learning experience. And clearly we got, you know, October 3rd, we got Peach State. Pandora may not be wrestling there, but I promise I'm not going to go to a wrestling show and not get involved in something. So she may be going there to just talk. I might be going there because there's a few people there.
Oh, there's going to be a bitch there that I could beat up too.
There's gonna, please, just calm yourself, okay?
Sorry.
There's gonna be people there that have opened their mouths and said some things, and you know, we ain't never ran from a fight. So I just encourage all of the UIW fans, and first of all, and appreciate them. We appreciate them for supporting us as long as they have. And I just like I told you before in the beginning, that usual suspect shirt that I had on, it just so happened that I had it on, but you can't deny history. And that is one of the main places where me and Murder were over bigger than shit. Like, those fans loved us. They hated us so much that they loved us, if that makes sense. And, you know, you can't change history. So I appreciate all of those fans. It won't be the last time they see me because there's so much stuff going on in that small area that there's so many other shows that are being ran in the Temple, Villa Rica area. I guarantee you somebody will run a show, and I guarantee, once again, those 10 people will come there to see us.
Pandora, last words on this.
I mean, last words, I want to end on a positive note, and it's basically the same thing that AJ said. I want to thank all of our UIW fans. I want to thank everybody that inboxed us. I want to thank everybody that, tried to get us back there. But again, it like he said, it was an actual, it uplifted us because, you know, we went there and like, okay, are we going to get paid tonight? Okay, what's Billy going to do tonight? Okay, this, okay, that. You know, it's a job. We love our fans, don't get me wrong, but you don't go to work and worry about getting paid. So with that being said, I can do a whole bunch of shout-outs to so many fans, but I would forget one or two, so I'm just going to leave it at that. All of our UIW fans, we thank you for your support. I know we will see you at Peach State on October 3rd, and I just want to plug the next couple of shows that we're on is September 12th. We're in Albertville, Alabama for a Lucha show. And September 18th, we're at AWN. September 19th, we're at SFCW. By the way, Stormy Lee, I'm going to kick your ass because apparently Frankie Chiasso thinks that you can take me, but that's sad news going to happen. So with that being said, and of course, October 3rd, Peach State, here we come.
Well, there you have it. That is a very packed schedule. So you can check out this traveling circus of a rodeo that is AJ Steele and Calm Like a Bomb Pandora. AJ, anything you would like to say?
I really would like to hear what Clyde has to say about all this because Clyde has been so quiet and so respectful the entire time that we've been on the phone. I would love to know what Clyde has to say about this whole situation.
All right. Yes. I was going to wait until the end.
One question, Clyde.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen any monkeys lately?
I
have.
I watched the original Planet of the Apes this past weekend, and Dr. Zayas, they've made it to the Forbidden Temple.
I know. What does Clyde have to say about all of this?
Well, I just want to go with facts, and I hope that Billy and Stan, honestly, I hope that they're listening, just because, or that they hear this, because facts. I've been involved with the independent, pro wrestling scene for about, 6-7 years altogether. And all 7 of those years, AJ Steele has been a main event guy in the independents, no matter where I go. People know who he is. And since I've been back, for I guess about 3.5, 4. Since I've been back, Pandora has been one of the top female wrestlers in around here. Everybody knows who she is. That says enough about itself that they deserve the money that they asked for. And I'm just going to leave it simple like that, because you can't deny facts. Like, these are people, like, it was one of my top, short-term goals was to wrestle AJ Steele. And I got that. And I mean,
and you won.
And any female wrestler, they want to wrestle Pandora. So that speaks volumes about itself. If you're having wrestlers that want to wrestle them, then you know that the fans want to see them. You can't deny that. And I mean, I don't know what the hell is going on with him, but I mean, everything that because I've been in the UIW locker room before, everything that Pandora and AJ have said is true, and I can back it up. Because there's been times back there that I'm standing there like, what in the fuck is going on? Like, I have no idea what the hell is going on. Oh, there's a battle royal? There's a battle royal? Are you serious? Are you serious?
I am so sorry.
I told Clyde and Spiral, do not fucking go out in this battle royal. And they were fucked on the battle royal.
Yeah, well, I seen Spiral go out there, and Spiral was like, hey, if I go out there, you're going to go out there. I said, I guess, man. I didn't even know we were having a battle royal.
Hey, hey, Wicked, can I get a favor? Can I get a favor, please? And then I'm going to get off the phone. I got to go. Can you please let Clyde tell the story of how he almost gave me a concussion on that night? Can you please let Clyde tell the story?
Oh my God! Yes. Okay.
Guys, I'm signing out.
Yes, sir.
Damn! Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
That was quick.
Oh, wait.
Hey.
Hold on. We're not going anywhere. Wick, you want to do the honors? You want me to get it?
I don't know who the fuck it is.
I do. Hold on, because somebody just hung up, and I'm assuming it's Pandy. Do you want to tell you what? Do you want to take a break, or do you want to keep it live?
Keep it live. Fuck it.
Okay.
Fucking ignited the goddamn bridge.
I think we pretty much have all the way across the board. It is Operation Scorched Earth, and there are no prisoners tonight on the To Be Determined show. And I'm hoping it's okay if I do the introduction, because he didn't give me any kind of prompt that he was calling in. Ladies and gentlemen, the president of the Peach State Wrestling Alliance, Mr. Shane Knowles, on the To Be Determined show. What's up, brother?
How's it going, guys? I couldn't wait till the archives. I had to call in and say, what the hell did I miss this week?
Hey, good evening, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Good
Shane.
evening.
I think we jumped the gun on that exclusive we were talking about, Shane.
I'm sorry, Pandora did it.
Well, see, I thought I would surprise you, Fast City. I wanted to jump the gun and not give you any notice and just hit you on the spot. So.
Works for me. If you think you're getting out of coming on the show, you're screwed. Because you're still coming on Beyond Ringside in the next week and a half. Wake up, said hi.
Hello.
Well,
Hello, I'm still here. Good evening. Good evening.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I'm just like, holy shit. I had no idea that this was going to happen. We tried to kayfabe it, of course, because, we knew you were coming up from Beyond Ringside. So, October 3rd, you have my Brogan, AJ Steele.
No. You got to say that right.
Come up with that.
No,
and he called you Hulk Brogan.
Wick made the comment that you were the Black Hulk Hogan. I came back and said, well, that makes him Hulk Brogan.
I love it.
Thank you. See you,
Mr. Knowles.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just curious as to what I missed, but go ahead.
World War IV.
Oh, God. Well, what you missed is the fact that it appears October 3rd just got very spicy and very, wow. Peach State, congratulations, sir. You are now the proud
Papa?
Yeah, the proud papa of what looks like to be one of the greatest fucking shoots of all time.
Wow, yeah, and it is a shoot. There are no plans for AJ Steele and Pandora at this time other than you want a live microphone at the VFW Fairgrounds, I'll give it to you. Get it off your chest.
Oh, we definitely appreciate the opportunity. And like I said, Shane, you and I have met before. We've done business together before, and I have never had an issue with you or your promotion. But when you have an opportunity to go talk to some people about, controversy causes cash, is what they say, and like I said, they said that we don't have any plans, but I'm planning on making plans. I'm coming there to see. There's a few people there that have opened their mouths about me, and I never was able to address it. But I'm definitely going to address UIW first and foremost. The rest, we just kind of play it by ear.
I'll make sure the volume is jacked to the max. Good sir.
I appreciate that. That is great to know.
Oh, my God. Now,
this is going to be, let me tell you something. This is the most exciting situation that I have been in a long time. Like I said, I've worked for Peach State before, and actually, the last time I was there, I wrestled Buff Bagwell. And
yeah, I remember that. Actually, September 2012, yeah.
There you go. And the crowd was amazing.
You actually got both out of the bathroom?
The match was great. The fans were great. They booed me out of the building. And I've actually sort of missed that, because we had that at UIW, but it was just a different thing at Peach State. So I'm eager to see what's going to happen October 3rd, but I'm excited about it.
I appreciate it. There's a lot of people up and down the roster for you to mix it up with.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Now, UIW made the conscious decision, I guess, to run against Peach State for some time. And it's been quite the back and forth. Do you see this as the tipping point, Shane Knowles?
I don't know. I mean, they are persistent. They will continue to run, and more power to them. I think, if you're going to be headstrong, you got to go balls to the wall 100%. And I admire them for that. I mean, even head to head, no matter what. Some of that had scaled back over the summer months, and I'm not sure if it's going to become first and third Saturdays head to head, as we move into the fall, but kudos to them. I mean, I don't know what their plans are, but I'm sure plan B better be in order. I mean, that's just being brutally honest.
I got a plan B for them. My plan B is to buy a shovel because they're digging a hole, and the hole is called a grave. And that's where, as far as I'm concerned, that's where UIW is going, because we all know, like you said, they're persistent, but they only have 34 people is their fan base plus Pandora and AJ are coming. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it's been, because that's what even Billy himself acknowledged that. After he put his foot in his mouth, then he tried to retract and say, well, no, wait, that's not what I meant. No, that's exactly what you meant. So his 34 family members are going to continue to come. They're going to continue to run the same storyline with the SoFi Mafia and Frankie Valentine and Josh Storm and all of those guys that are coming up there for free, and so that Billy can go to the strip club and do bingo.
Bingo.
I-64.
If I see him at the Pink Pony, I'll be more than happy to let everybody know.
Wow. See, Shane
That's the
Knowles-
last one I visited 6 years ago. Jeez, Eddie.
Hey, look,
Shane
there's
Knowles,
a
respectable man. Shane Knowles walks into some shit. He's like, okay, well then.
There's only 2 strip clubs I go to in Atlanta: Mardi Gras and the Pink Pony.
I saw some very good aspiring collegiate mothers while I was there. It was nice.
Yes.
Bet you did.
Support single moms $1 at a time, or 2 or 3.
It is. It has been one of those things that you just can't script it. As I said, this would be like Days of Our Lives. Very seldom does an opportunity like this come along, and it has happened. And I think that there are repercussions that will be felt for some time. Just my opinion. I'm not speaking for anyone else. Clyde Braddock, you've worked for Peach State, you worked for UIW, you worked for GCW, and I think that I definitely speak for myself. I think speak for you as well. Dan and Shane have always been really good about letting us be ourselves and go out and take risks. What do you see for Peach State in this, Braddock?
Oh, I mean, a huge freaking win with the talent. That's what I see. Like, UIW has really put their foot in their mouth and their ass and everywhere else.
Damn.
Everywhere else except in the shoe. That's
Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
Knowing that Clyde's on the line, I know I've told this to Wicked in private before, but I really wanted to commend Clyde and Steve and Wicked as a group, because you guys, January 17th at the Lethal Rumble, that was the kickstart to this babyface push that began for Jimmy Ray. He had always been a heel, and, we took a risk with that, but I really think you guys being in there at the finale and just the beating, I mean, shit, we were popping in the bag like, Jesus, that's not a beat down, that's a mug. And to finally build just a little bit of sympathy towards Jimmy's way, I really want to commend you guys for helping get that kick started.
Oh, no, it's our pleasure, man. We take pride in our work, and we get it done. And thank you very much. I mean, I really appreciated the opportunity.
Well, Shane, you and I, as I've spoken, even when we were working for UIW, I would still share the Peach State flyer, because that's just what it's about. I know everybody on that fucking roster. I know everybody. I felt that the product could survive with that. They cannot survive without this. Just my opinion. I mean, this is like ripping out the heart of a promotion. And it's simple math. It's not Steiner math. It's simple math.
Ripping out the heart of your own promotion.
I know. We've all seen Raiders of the Lost Ark. You remember when he ripped out the guy's heart?
Yep.
That's what just happened. And we're not Harrison Ford. So, with that being said, it's always been a pleasure to work for you as well, Mr. Knowles. I know a lot of people don't get that reference, go Fins. But I see a lot going on, and this is like the Dolphins against the Patriots in reverse. We've had bad years. We've had some bad years. But as a Dolphins fan for just about my entire life.
I forget you guys are Dolphins fan.
The goddamn Dolphins. I'm sorry. I know we got a Pittsburgh Steelers fan on the line.
Yes.
And shut up,
Hey,
AJ.
we beat them the last 2 times in Miami, and we've got them at the Week 17 regular season finale in South Beach.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. And
I'm just hoping my Falcons don't suck this year.
Shut up, Eddie. They're piping in noise over there.
I don't give a damn. So do we. Well, what's worse than that? WCW piping in noise? WWE piping in noise? Porn movies piping in noise? Ooh, ah, baby, baby.
Why did you go there?
I can.
So, get your mind. This is nighttime.
Yeah, this is the one night out of the week that I actually let what's. Wait. This is actually the one night of the week where I voluntarily let down what's left of my hair.
Well, I will say this, going back to wrestling, since we have Mr. Knowles and AJ and Braddock on, I do apologize. We have derailed once again. This has been an insane show. Thank you all for coming on. Mr. Knowles, October 3rd. What else do you have lined up for Peach State? I know you are coming back on Beyond Ringside, and we don't want to spoil anything, but what you can tell us without pissing off Eddie, since he does pay the bills.
No, you're good.
See, I'm trying to be cool. See?
For the 3rd, there is also Cedric Alexander has committed to 2 dates at Peach State, October the 3rd and the 17th. One of the best, for my money, one of the best young stars out there. And I wouldn't say just in the Southeast. He gets out overseas, and really tickled to have him. Had the opportunity to speak with him at the NWA Legends Fest last month in Charlotte. Get those dates locked in, and he will be taking on Kyle Matthews, which I think is if you're a true fan of pro wrestling, that's a dream.
Well, actually, it used to be an amazing match.
If you don't have it in front of you, Shane, I can run down a couple of things real quick. Saturday, September the 19th at Central Elementary School, Peach State Wrestling Alliance returns. Main event, the savior of pro wrestling, however you'd like to refer to him, Jimmy Rave, takes on P-Dog Mike Posey. Heritage Championship match, Heritage Champion versus the No Limits Champion. Correct?
That is correct. Only the Heritage title is on the line, and I hate that WWE went that route with the Seth Rollins-John Cena match, because that was in the plans with P-Dog and Jimmy Rave, or P-Dog with the quest to unify both titles, the No Limits and the Heritage.
Remember, Ring of Honor beat them to the punch with Jay Lethal and Jay Briscoe. Get you on your history lessons here. Also, Tommy Too Much taking on the last hero, Ace Haven.
Yeah, Tommy Too Much did a promo at the last event explaining that he was the mastermind behind the entire Originals faction that's been going with Sal Renaro, Nigel Sherritt, Dusty McWilliams, and Simon Sermon returned and turned over to the dark side. It's been interesting to see them together. Nothing mentioned with the exotic ones. This is completely different characters, and Tommy Too Much basically said, there are many like him that do not drink the Peach State Kool-Aid and do not take everything that Shane Knowles feeds them as supper, and they spit it back out. And he's promised more and more, so I'm sure AJ Steele will be asked. Who knows which side he'll be on, and for that matter, Pandora as well, because there's lots of different factions up and down the roster at Peach State, but they may want to do their own deal. We'll see.
And speaking of, a championship that Clyde Braddock and the Wicked Nemesis are very familiar with. The PWA Tag Team Championship will be on the line. Simon Sermon and Dusty McWilliams versus Stupid and Charles Xander. Shane?
Yeah, it's an interesting tag teams. Simon Sermon returned as a masked character. And, it's interesting. So many people, the fans always, when there's a masked wrestler, take the mask off, take it off. Well, Rick Michaels delivered a snapmare to this unmasked person and said, okay, you want it, and pulled the mask off and sees Simon, and the jaw drop with the what the hell type moment. Simon busts him with a chain, and he and Dusty are the new tag team champions. Stupid, been very good in his return to Peach State in the last few months. And this Charles Xander's kid has really impressed me and quite a few people at Peach State. Not the biggest guy by any means, but he's got a lot of talent.
And tell you what, I'm going to hold you to the concept that we're going to go ahead and possibly break yet even another exclusive when you come on BR, let's say next Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time.
Sounds good. As soon as the final trivia question is posed and the gift certificates are given out, I am all yours, Eddie.
You got it, my brother. Wick?
Mr. Knowles, thank you so much for coming on. As always, it's a pleasure. October 3rd is going to be a huge event. If you thought it was big before, holy crap. It just got even bigger. It is now the size of Liam Neeson's cock.
I wanted to say this. It's interesting. I was talking to Rick Michaels about this, maybe yesterday or Monday. I can't remember. It's been such a whirlwind the last 48 hours. But we had already planned to go back to the fairgrounds, which I consider, as anyone who's ever talked to me knows, I consider that the Madison Square Garden of Georgia. Certainly without, the Georgia City Auditorium no longer around anymore, the Omni. But going back to the fairgrounds, we had Cedric Alexander and Kyle Matthews on the docket. Also, Michael Judas will be debuting for Peach State that night.
Ooh.
And now when you've got AJ Steele and Pandora coming in with a live mic, and who knows what they're going to say, which direction they're going to go, it's like you said, it's one of those shoot things that just, everything fell seamlessly into place.
Oh, this is going to be probably the biggest show in some time for Peach State. Congratulations, sir. Much success. Tuesday night, back to basics. You'll have even more exclusives, man. I mean, this is, I think Montel Jordan said it best. This is how we do it.
Well,
Damn
I've
right.
always been a Peach State fan, and this is why.
You got to sing, so we got to sing on this show.
That's
That's
right.
just how it is. I apologize. to
That's how we do
everyone.
it in this house. What are you
Yes,
talking
God
about?
Almighty, you're exactly right. Mr. Knowles, thank you so much, sir. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Take care, everyone.
Take care,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Good night.
We're
Yes, sir.
about to take our last break of the evening. When we come back, we're going to try to figure out where to go from here, because this is going to be wow.
Depends on how much weed you can smoke. We can always go a little bit higher.
Or you can go, I am so high, I can see forever.
I can
Oh,
see
that's
clearly now the buzz is on.
That's a good song.
Thank you.
Braddock, your turn.
Jesus Christ.
The to be determined show right here, Beyond Ringside Radio Network, BeyondRingside.com. We're back.
Hey, this is Stan Grubb for Wrestle Rage Radio right here on BeyondRingside.com. Join us every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for myself and Smart Rage as we discuss the professional wrestling business from WWE, TNA, and all things in between. We'll have an interview here or there. We'll see what we can do to just keep you entertained. And along the way, we're going to have to bring up some emotion and make you think. That's what we like to do. So join us here on Sunday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll see you at Wrestle Rage.
Greetings, this is the Magic City Motor Mouth, Fast Eddie Layne, and let me go ahead and clue you in right off the bat. We do things a little bit differently on the To Be Determined show. We get a little bit more blunt, we get a little bit more adult, we get a little bit more explicit. In other words, this ain't your grandpa's radio show. And, well, it's still ain't your grandpa's wrestling either, so it's kind of like that. So, brace yourself. Anything can happen. Come along for the ride. Anything and everything is to be determined.
Well, this has been one of the probably most remembered shows of all time.
Probably.
Putting it lightly. The To Be Determined show live, Beyond Ringside Radio Network, BeyondRingside.com. Want to give a big shout out to Grubby and Kane Smith and Daryl B. And of course, Leon the Bull Stresser. We all know Leon's listening. Leon, Pro South this Friday. Congratulations, making his debut. Don't fuck it up, kid. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Sorry. It was okay to sue. Sorry. There you go.
Why you gotta be such a
Eddie.
dick?
Well, I didn't know. Eddie,
I mean, the bull.
your thoughts on all this before we wrap this up?
Clusterfuck. Guess what, Angie? You got bonus this week, huh?
I mean, like, wow, Eddie. There you go.
And I'm actually quite surprised none of y'all said anything about the opening sponsor for TBD this week.
Dude, it was great. You got like the ones that we missed. You got all those just wrapped up. Like you got them all, and the one for this week. So you're good, actually.
And it was amazing, and with everything going on at the beginning of the show, I didn't get a moment to acknowledge it, and then there was just so much information. But it was amazing.
With all due respect, I've got to lay this out there. I mean, when you've got two of the hardest working individuals in our industry in AJ Steele and Pandora, and look, anybody who understands the concept of wrestling down here, you have to understand the factor of AJ gets it, Pandy gets it. And these two lay it out there. It doesn't matter if they're working a tomato can. It doesn't matter if they're working world-class competition. And for anybody to say that they don't draw 10 people, look, Junior, understand this. You don't understand that the concept of drawing if you sit back and say that they can't draw 10 people. Pandora, ODB pulled in close to 300 people for UIW. AJ, Steele, Clyde Braddock, Drew, Heavy. These people know how to get people in. All they have to do is say, we're going to be at, and people go, ooh, this is going to be good. And when you have that kind of a following, I mean, it's like, let's just go ahead and put this together and put it in proper perspective. And this is where I'm just going to go toot toot all the way across the table. When you know that the Wicked Nemesis is managing a faction in a company, you know that there is an unpredictable nature involved. And this is must-see TV. Because you never know what Wick's going to say. You never know what Wick's going to do. Therefore, he gets you in the loop and he draws you in. For those who have been monitoring and following the success of Clyde Braddock, the Grand Design, the Final Solution, you know that you're getting someone who has cultivated his game to the level to where it is getting attention in more ways than just in the Southeast. He's got a great technical background, a great power game, and he studies constantly, not to mention hangs and bangs in the gym to constantly get his body in better condition. The strides that he's made, fans of his know the strides that he's made. They know Clyde Braddock's on a card. They know that there's going to be a real wrestler on the card. They come. He draws you in because he understands pro wrestling. And this is where I'm going to be slightly egocentric. Everybody who knows the Magic City Motor Mouth Fast Eddie Layne, I will never say that I'm responsible for putting one person in a seat on my own merit. I'm responsible for assisting in this fact because I work my ass off to promote. I'll promote myself being there, of course, but I will also promote the fact that people know that I'm not going to sign my name to a shit show. Plain and simple. If I'm going to leave my house, and yes, you can say that considering what's happened with LXW over a couple of shows, because the fact that LXW had been drawn everywhere between 300 to 600 people. Some of that due to the factor of how I helped them promote. Unfortunately, Kevin Brannon, love you to death, dude. Make up your freaking mind when it comes to pro wrestling. You had a great thing going with LXW, but because you wanted to do the freaking hardcore crap, which I appreciate and respect, but there is such a thing as too much. There is way too much sometimes. When you are packing it out with Legends, Chikara, Ring of Honor guys, and you still sit back and say, well, I'm going to go to Tennessee because I can't have my death match. Dude, really? Remember what's making you money. Wrestling makes you money. I digress. I apologize. But people know I'm not going to sign my name to a crap show. Ooh, Eddie's going to be announcing? Okay. We may have to check this out. If it's getting him out of the house, it may be worth us getting out of the house. Here's the thing. We get it. We walk in that door, we're going to give you everything we got. I'm going to do everything I can to cut up, goof off, cut loose, have fun, and get you into the mood to have a good time. Am I perfect? Hell no. I'm just cute, cuddly, damn adorable, and hung like a horsefly. Some people will never know that to be truth. But the thing about it is, put it in perspective. Pro wrestling. Promoters, make sure the show that you're booking is worthy of the fans coming to see it. Promoters, understand the concept of what drawing is. More than that, understand what the concept of promoting is. I give classes, I teach courses. I'm easy, but I sure as hell ain't cheap. Wick?
Braddock, closing thoughts on this, sir?
Well, I would like to say, to add to what Eddie was talking about, like, honestly, and he's right, like, promoting and stuff makes all the difference in the world. It really does. I mean, you can have a show that is garbage, Really, you honestly could. You could have a show that is garbage, but if you do the right promoting, you could put 300 or 400 people in there. It's all about promoting it. And I hate when people want to act like that, you can have some of the biggest names in professional wrestling at a place, but if there's no promotion involved, guess what? Nobody's going to know about it except a few people. But, I mean, just promotion is huge, and people need to take note. You can't make many mistakes in the independent scene because people will snatch people up quick. And we're seeing a lot of that here lately. And it's sad, but there's other places to work. So we'll take our business elsewhere.
Always so eloquently put by Clyde Braddock, and you are completely right. In closing, with all this going on, it just goes to show how things can go so bad so quickly when you pull one card out of your house of cards and it tumbles to the ground right before you. And Kenny Rogers makes a song about it, I'm sure.
Well, and another thing too is the best promoter and the best booker is going to admit when he didn't do enough to bring fans. Because I'm telling you, whenever I run a show, because I will run a show one day, whenever I do, it's going to be packed. Because I already have an idea of how I want to do things. So, and it involves a lot, like heavily promoting. And I mean, if I don't want there to be a doubt in anyone's mind that I didn't do all that I could to make the show possible, and that's workers included. And with some of these places out here, I'm not going to name any names, but I mean, UIW, I will name UIW because they've been the topic of discussion for tonight, but they don't do enough promoting, and they don't run their shows in the greatest of spots. Like, you can't have a show out in the middle of nowhere. It's got to be where people will want to come to it. So just don't try to blame the workers when you know that it's your fault. Because they're coming there to do a job that you're supposed to pay them for. I've been to plenty of shows where there's been people that I would go and see, as a fan, but there would be 75, 100 people there. And it's lack of promoting. They think that just because they bring a name that they don't have to promote it. So,
we see that is quite rampant in many occasions. Luckily, there are some promoters you can still count on that don't do that. So,
luckily, there are, and they're few and far between.
You know what tickles me? I've got to sit back and say this because there have been times when y'all know that I would be going over to Peach State just to hang out, goof off, cut up, and have fun. And there were times when y'all were booked at UIW. Here's the scary part about this, folks. Not once did they ever try to sway me from going to Peach State to come hang out at UIW. Think about it.
Yeah, I mean, And the way that I kind of judge everything is if I go, like, whenever I get to the town I'm wrestling in, I'll go to a store and get, a couple of bottles of water, energy drink or whatever. And if I don't see a flyer at that store in the town, I know they hadn't done their job. I don't care if they say I can't put it somewhere. I can put it somewhere on your property. I will. You can take it down if you want to. I'll be there the next day to put it up again. So, you know, people just don't take wrestling seriously, and they should. And they want to act like they're the fucking business when they're not. We're all nothing right now. We're all about self-promoting. So promote it.
And that also goes for anybody on the show that should promote it as well.
Yes.
Exactly.
So fight the power.
Kill Whitey.
Attica?
Thank you, Hulk Brogan.
Yes, thank you, Hulk Brogan. Thank you to Calm Like a Bomb, Pandora, and Shane Knowles as well. It's been an amazing night. Welcome back, everybody. We feel like this is a lost episode of Welcome Back, Cotter.
Did we leave on a huge drama night last time? Like our last show before this one was like a huge drama filled. There was a lot of stuff, not with us in particular, but there was a lot of stuff going on with wrestling that day. So, yeah. Wrestling. Wow.
Wrestling.
Woo!
And congratulations.
No woos.
Congratulations to Paul Lee for trying to rig his
For
candidacy.
fucking up something else. Way to go, Nate.
What happened?
Oh, God.
Please, look, I'm going to just say this live on air. Dear God in heaven, please do not let there be a sex tape ever involved in this political anything that this crazy man does. Okay, Paul Lee is running for mayor of Ringgold, Georgia. Apparently, he's made some huge faux pas in the political arena that his opponents have been quick to judge out. So, to point out, and yeah, I can only imagine how ugly this is going to get. So,
The uglier, the better.
amen. And everybody will know what we've been saying all along. What a just complete asshole this guy is. So,
I know.
yay, wrestling drama.
Yeah, Wick, I know you've got to be chomping at the bit to jump on that.
I think I just said, congratulations to Ringgold for actually doing just basic work. I mean, you didn't even have to dig, Watson. It was right there. The shit was on top, Sherlock.
That's right. The statistics on that computer program probably red flagged it. They didn't have to do anything. They were like,
No kidding.
wait a minute.
And not to only
This jabroni is trying to run for mayor right now.
and not only like because you have to be registered voter the day before he announced his candidacy, he registered to vote the day before, and the day before
Yeah.
he also received his mother-in-law's house, which is in the limits which he has to be in to run for mayor. He received the day before as a quote-unquote gift for $0. And of course he's saying that he owned the house, his mother-in-law just lived in it, which we all know is bullshit because we all know he has no money.
Yeah, but wait a minute. He's
If I
like
could only imagine.
84, right? He's 84. He's never registered to vote ever in his life, except the day before he's going to run for mayor. Like, what kind of person could actually do that?
Back nine, Barry.
He never rocked the vote. I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't even care, but like, that's not a good person that could do that. So,
Well, anyways, good. I'm glad that both of his people he's running against both uncovered this. It was fantastic.
and those kids are probably old enough to vote. They better check their voting status as well.
God, everybody's
He probably
gonna
registered them.
He probably registered his fucking dog to vote.
He probably did.
Yeah, well, all I have to say to Paul Lee is that he can suck an infected hobo dick.
He probably has at the flea market. He ran out of those WWE chairs, so he's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know what to do.
And I'll say it again, he doesn't have the balls to step in a ring with me, and that stands. That will always stand. And until he steps in the ring with me, all his arguments are invalid.
That's right.
He can't even spell an argument correctly. Like, all the words are misspelled. He's like, yeah, he can't even do that right.
By the way, Wick, I think you might be factually challenged and have to put out a retraction. You said that he doesn't have any money. I heard he at least gets $3 every time he blows Luke Gallows.
Oh, jeez.
Got to carry those bags somehow.
There you go.
I thought Gallows had kind of cut him off, though. I guess not. I don't know.
I don't know. Gallows is
they
awesome.
were on the road together for. Oh yeah, yes,
I got
I've
nothing
been
against
there.
Luke Gallows at all.
I've
Paul Lee's
been
a piece
there
of
for
shit.
years in Mr. Gallows' conversations regarding Mr. Lee. So no, I know he's really awesome, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah,
I would be a wrestler, a worker's wife sometimes.
Oh, I know. It is.
The things that you overhear.
Braddock, what do you have upcoming, sir, and how can everyone get in touch with you?
Well, I got Southern Fried the 19th, and that's all I got as of yet. But you can hit me up on Facebook. That's Clyde Braddock. There's only one, and he is awesome. Or you can hit me up on the Twitter at @thegrand_design. The T, the G, and the D is capitalized. I'm on Vine, and it's Clyde Braddock on Vine. Let's see. Or you could hit up my manager, the Wicked Nemesis. He's on the line, so give him a call right now. Book us and book us now.
Eddie, how can everyone get in touch with you, and what does the Beyond Ringside Radio Network have upcoming?
Easy way to say it, beyondringside.com, the home for all things Beyond Ringside. And of course, for me personally, Fast Eddie Layne, LAYNE.com. Let's run it down this weekend. It's going to be a roller coaster ride. BR Live will not be broadcasting this week. Wrestle Rage may be on hold. The brand new edition of the Midnight Black Mass will be airing in its regular time slot this coming Sunday, September the 13th. The reason why BR Live and Wrestle Rage will not be airing in their regular time slots is because I'll be on location with AWE in Atlanta, Georgia on Spring Street at the Legacy this coming Sunday, 4 p.m. local time. Going to be taking care of, actually, myself and Smart Rage from Wrestle Rage Radio. We're going to be doing some interviews this coming Sunday while at the AWE show, possibly even maybe a little drop-in commentary. So we're also going to do interviews after the show as well. So we're going to be taping a crossover episode between BR and Wrestle Rage this coming Sunday. Back to now, okay. Subject to change without notice, or with very little notice. Global Championship Wrestling's GCW Radio is slated to go live September the 15th, 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're working on the logistics for that right now, as well as Beyond Ringside Back to Basics going live Tuesday, September 15th at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. I'm getting my fucking time zones backwards. At 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central Time. So we'll work it from there. And of course, glad to have To Be Determined back in its regular time slot. And also, I do have some news about some brand new programming coming to the Beyond Ringside family of shows, as well as that of a returning friend or two. Little by little, the world comes together. At Fast Eddie Layne on Twitter. Like I said, the website is fasteddylayne.com, at Beyond Ringside on Twitter, and definitely check out the media page at beyondringside.com.
It reminds me of a song when I was growing up. The world is a rainbow with many kinds of people. And this Beyond Ringside Radio Network has become a plethora of just straight up wrestling genius. With all the shows coming together, with everything that's coming on, we would like to thank everyone that takes the opportunity to listen to us, to download us, to watch us on YouTube, whatever you do to check us out. Thank you so much. And I want to say a big thank you to you guys. Thank you for coming on tonight. It has been an amazing night. Once again, Shane Knowles, AJ Steele, and of course, Calm Like a Bomb, Pandora. Thank you all for coming on. Angie, anything you'd like to say before we head out? How can everyone get in touch with you?
On Twitter, Angie_Nemesis. And on Facebook, I guess now, Angie's Cesarean. I did change that. But holy shit, October 3rd, Peach State. Wow, what an event that will be. Yeah, can't wait for that.
Next Wednesday, I don't know how we're going to top this show, but we will. Thank you for checking us out at the TBD Show on Twitter, at Wicked Nemesis for myself on Twitter, the Sevenfold Saints, the Unlucky Charms, the Merchants of Death, and the Wicked Nemesis, and of course the To Be Determined Show all have Facebook fan pages. Give us a like and a share if you would like to. Thank you to all the recent likes and shares we've been receiving, of course, through YouTube. All the YouTube videos that go up. Holy crap! Thank you for all the great feedback on that. We know we're not everybody's cup of tea because not everybody's cup of tea has dicks in them. So. And I guess a fire crotch, so we'll go with that as well. So
that's another Lindsay Lohan reference.
Thank you, everyone. We appreciate it so much. Clyde Braddock, Fast Eddie Layne, Angie, myself, we want to say thank you to everybody. For Clyde Braddock.
Thanks, everybody. I had a really great time and look forward to next week. Like you said, it's going to be a hard one to top, but I know we can do it. To Be Determined Show.
For Fast Eddie Layne.
It's been a great week so far. It's going to keep getting better. I'll see everybody Friday night at Buffalo Wild Wings Alabaster, and this coming Sunday. Hey, once again, Murder One, thank you for coming on Back to Basics last night. Always a pleasure, brother.
For Angie Nemesis.
322, first of all.
Hey, Bert.
And I was going to say, hey, Bert.
Oh. Hey, Bert.
Good night, everyone. Hey, Bert, I'm hurt.
Hey, Bert, I'm hurt. The To Be Determined Show. Beyond Ringside Radio Network, BeyondRingside.com, and of course every app that Eddie has put his heart and soul into.
That'd be every app. Probably known to man.
Yes, this is always a joy to do, and we're so glad to be back.
Yes.
Good night, good luck. Leave your week to be determined. Don't be a maybe, be a definite. Forever forward, the Sevenfold Saints, and of course, everybody out there. Aloha means. Go fuck yourself.
Stay classy, San Diego.